morning, Buddy Isaac here. Oh man, today is February the 22nd, 76 degrees. I'm telling you what. You see what this is behind me? That's my Easter flares. And yeah, these things is coming up pretty good. I need to find a place to set my camera down here because I got my tripod locked up in my car. I ain't got my keys with me. That's smart. But, oh man, I tell you what, son. I'll find a place to set this thing if I can. Everybody been doing pretty good. And it's just perfect. It is a perfect spring day. I'll get to set this down and we'll talk a minute. I'm walking backwards. I barely can walk at all. I pulled something in the back of my leg and I don't know what it is. But now, it hurts. Oh. It's like a tendon or something popped on me the other day. But yeah, I thought I'd get me up and do a couple of videos. I got a lot of stuff going on today, so I really ain't got a whole lot of time to get out and run through the woods like I usually do. Oh, if I can't get this thing to sit right here. Oh yeah, look at that. I need to move this. Well, that should sit right there. Oh yeah, yeah. We got some nice weather going on. I mean, this has probably been one of the warmest. One of the warmest summers or winters that I can ever remember. And I've heard so many people say, well, I tell you what, it's going to be one of the worst winters in history. Well, I never really believed it. And but I never really found a woolly worm either. But I did see one crawling across the road one time, and it didn't look like it had very much dark on it at all. It looked mostly tan. And I wished I could have found one because, man, that would have been awesome to finally nailed it. But I'm going to say the woolly worm's been right so far. Now, there's a difference. You got a solid black one. That's not a woolly worm. That is an actual, I can't remember what it is, but it's not a woolly worm. Not a woolly bear. Might be a woolly worm, but it's not. They're a different species. And you find them all the time, too. Oh, man. And the weather, man. You know, you turn on your TV, you expect to see your weather sometimes. But now listen, son. I ain't talking about nobody, but we got a weatherman. And he'll run through like 17 different computer models. He'd be sitting there eating breakfast one morning, running computer models. And he'll keep running and running and running until finally he sees one that has snow flurries on it. And he'll just stop everything. Cereal fly up in the air and he'll be like, oh my God. And he'll run straight to the TV and he'll flip on his camera and he'll flip the camera on and he'll say, good afternoon, people. Looks like we have multiple polar vortexes headed this way. And if you have grass in your yard, you're probably going to lose it. Anything outside will freeze. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not a meteorologist, but I don't think that's accurate. And I just don't, I can't do it. He's so overboard with the weather, and he's missed it all year. But I'm glad too, because we don't need polar vortex, as he calls it. And that's actually like a big low pressure that just breaks off the jet stream. It's not really a polar vortex, but he likes to call it that. Tries to make it sound worse than it is. Sometimes you just wonder if maybe the grocery stores are saying, hey man, you need to tell them what's going on and we'll give you a cut off this bread and milk. But, I mean, you never know. You know what I'm saying? But, oh, man. But, yeah, I'm going to try to get out and do a couple things tomorrow. And it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, too. And we'll get out and we'll do a couple of videos in the morning. If nothing don't happen. Now, I don't know, I may have to work or something might come up. You never know. But this year, I mean, yard saling's getting ready to start, and I am after one item at the yard sales this year. A new hat. I mean, I like my hat, But I want one of them big Indiana Jones hats with a chin strap. I walked out Walmart the other day. I opened the door and I got out to go in there, and wind caught my hat, okay? And it went whoosh, it flew, and I tell you what, I chased it about 7 hours before I caught it. I mean, it just soaring right through the air. It actually bounced off my son's head. I almost landed on his head. That would have been awesome, but it didn't. Oh, man. But, yeah, I can't keep this no more. When it's a little bit windy, forget it. You do more hat chasing than you do wearing it. And we got a fox down here. It's been coming up to the house and eating scraps. So we've actually been going out and feeding it every day. And it'll come right up to the edge of the porch and sit there and eat the scraps and stuff. And big old red fox, pretty fox. And so I said, well, you know, I'll come home one night and it'll be dark. And I'll walk up through there and he'll come out from under the bush and take my leg off or something. But, oh, man, we got all kinds of wildlife down here. We love it. I mean, you got turkeys, deers, foxes, birds. I mean, Sasquatch. Well, we got everything down here. Can't beat it. We're going to get out and try to do some squatching here. I can't do it this weekend because it's, well, I might be able to go out this weekend. I believe I might go out this weekend and do some squatching. We'll take my big light and we'll go out and see if we can't hear something or see something, because there's something on this ridge and everybody said it, and they've said it for the last ever since I'd say over 100 years. People's been saying it's like a legend on this ridge, and I've had my share. I mean, I've had my dealings with it, and my brother has, and we need to get out and see if we can't find some evidence or try to find some sign or something. It may not even be a Sasquatch. It may be something better or worse. I mean, you never know. I still think it's a Sasquatch, just based on what I seen one time. But, oh, let me tell y'all about my UFO story. You're probably thinking, okay, here we go. 2 weeks ago, I was driving, and I was coming home middle of the day, like 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, I say middle of the day, like 9 o'clock in the morning. Middle of the first part of the day. And I start up Big Hill, right? Well, when I get right up by, I'm going to say, 4th of a mile, I seen this thing. It was just hovering above the trees. And it was a big round. It was round, about that big. I thought it was one of them things, you know them things they put on them electric lines, them big old round things? That's what I thought it was. Until I figured out that there weren't no electric lines going up through there. I said, what in the world is that? So anyway, it was silver. And it was just like, I don't know, it was like everything had changed. It was like everything is just so much clear. Everything was clear. I can, at the best I can describe it. So I whipped off the side of the road. I'm reaching for my phone, and I look over. It ain't round anymore. You're saying, okay, there we go. It ain't. It's shaped like a stop sign, and it's sitting straight up, just like that. And I'm thinking, what in the world? And it's actually moving. Only thing I can figure is it was either a drone or it was a UFO. That's the only two things it could possibly have been. And I don't know that, I don't think they make shape-shifting drones. But anyway, I got my camera and I jumped out of the car and I shut the car door behind me and I turned around and I pulled my phone up and guess what? Yep, you guessed it. It was gone. I had the worst luck getting pictures of stuff. Yeah, man. Somebody said one time, always keep your cameras rolling. That way you don't miss a moment in life. Well, you know what? That makes sense. So I'm going to have to start trying to roll mine just a little bit more. Well, this Buddy Isaacs. I just wanted to get on here and do a quick video this morning while it was nice and warm outside. And this weather's unbelievable. I love it. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. And I'm out. And I about fell over the hill. Ah.